Okay, hi guys. So I've produced this little video or series of videos that will be 10 minutes in length each. It's to address some of the issues that I guess should have been expected with the CANE information system, especially with the lag between November and now, the open of the CANE season. So yeah, I think this will be quite useful for you guys, as it will allow you in your own time to go through and provide yourself with the necessary training in order to use this system appropriately. I do appreciate the system is not the most user-friendly. I guess I'm not a software developer, but it is still nonetheless a very good data gathering and management tool that can produce some really good insights into the CANE operations, as well as account for activities there. So I'm going to run you through the entire system as if you knew nothing about it. So let's get cracking. So on your computer there should be a little Dropbox icon over here. Keep it in Dropbox so I can remotely monitor it. We can, and Chris, whoever is in the office there, can open up the folder from their computer and see exactly what's cracking. And at a later point even getting it downstairs or wherever people can connect to the network there on the farm. And we can set up similar type systems. Okay, so you want to double click on that that little icon, and up will come your Dropbox folder. Inside there, this is my own Dropbox folder, so I've got my own goods here, but you'll have a folder called Donovan 1. I don't know why it's got a 1, but yeah, it's got a Donovan 1 there. Just double click on that. And these are some of the older templates that I've produced in the farm. Some of them are used, some of them aren't, I think. But we're concerned with cane cutting in this instance, and we are working in 2014. Okay, so you want to double click on that. I've actually already got it open here. I am still trying to fix this. There are some issues, but by and large, still very much usable. Yeah, so when you open it, it does take a little bit of time to load. It is quite a big folder. It's roughly in about 18 megabytes. But yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Just be patient. Don't double click and make the program unresponsive. Just wait. And this will pop up. If this doesn't pop up, there will be a little bar that's just underneath all these options here. It says enable content. Enable the content. Your computer might be set so that you might have to enable it every time, or once you've enabled it once, it'll save those settings and you won't have to do it again. Okay, so then up will pop this little information or dialog box, which just tells you just to be careful when entering your data and save it once you're done, and that this is my email address for support. Okay, hit OK, and yeah, so then the lady shouldn't go away, but okay, there she's back. This is the home menu, and it will always open on this menu. So no matter where you save in the workbook, it will always open in the home menu. And I want you guys to forget about the tabs. And in fact, when I save it, I'll save it so that you can't even see the tabs. But forget about the tabs. I know tabs are integral to most worksheets, but this worksheet's been constructed slightly differently, and everything is linked. So the blue links link to everything, and if you had to select one of the links, there's always an option to come back to the home menu, and it's called home. Okay, so use the links in the screen area. Don't try use any of the options, don't use any of the tabs. The reason behind that is there are a lot of tabs and it gets very confusing very quickly. Okay, so if I'm thinking of the cane cutting operations from cutting to extraction to data capture to reporting, I'm going to start in the field, and I've made a few templates here for the various activities. Okay, more particularly for stacks, for the task, and sundry activities. Okay, so click on them, print these off. Okay, and this is what should be used in the field, capturing the actual raw data at point of cutting. Okay, and as the tractor's hauling, getting the weights, etc. And why I say use this template is because it's constructed in a way that corresponds directly with how I've built the inputting in this information system. Okay, so you just have to print that off, and it's all sized so that it'll print on one page, and yeah, it's fairly nifty. Exactly the same for a task template. It's just got different input values, and yeah, it's really easy, and it's even got something here to record the number of hauls and which tractor's hauling it, which is very helpful with the task as well, and I'll highlight that a little bit later. Okay, and then also, so when it's been raining too much and the guys can't cut, or if it's the end of the cane season and you've got surplus labour and the cane cutters are still hanging around, you've got a sundry activity template. Okay, just bear in mind that the information system is for cane cutter employees, so you can continue documenting the activities in the information system, whether they're cutting cane or not. Okay, so this kind of has all this has all the names, and you can then punch in whatever activity they do here, GFA, CP, or whatever it is. Okay, and that helps you then in terms of remembering exactly what the guys did, and when it comes to the actual inputting, you've got an original source document to go off. Okay, some other housekeeping on the house menu. We've got an employee list, so these are all your cane cutters. I would say don't delete any of the cane cutters if they leave, because it'll mess the historical records. Also, you never know, they might come back again. Yeah, so if you have a new employee, all you do is you enter their name over here. For example, Trent, Peyton, or everyone here has just got first names, Trent, and my code is cane cutter 77. Okay, cool. So you don't need to do anything more than that. You just have to type it in, go back to home. Okay, and then I'm in the system. Okay, same with rates. Okay, now rates you can't adjust them mid-month. It's month by month. You have to be cognizant of the rates, otherwise it's going to throw out all your. It's actually in fact going to throw you out when it comes to how much you've paid the guys, etc. So be very cognizant of any rates changes and apply those to the applicable month. Okay. Alright. Okay, so then getting back to our operations, we cut the cane, we record the data on the templates, that then comes into the office, and we are going to then input it in the information system. And this is the tab we go, or this is the link we go to, Field Report Data Input. Okay, choose the appropriate month, and we open up that month, and it should open up. Okay, the issue which I alluded to that I'm working on at the moment is getting rid of these boxes here. I've got no clue why they sit there, but I'm fixing that at the moment. And you'll see as you scroll down, they seem to blink in and out. But that's not to say the system that doesn't work. Okay, so I think I'll end part 1 of the video there, and we'll start off part 2 as explaining how we're going to enter our field data into these various pages. The entering of data into these pages is very important, and this is really probably the most confusing part of the whole entire thing. Once you've got it, you should have it. It's not rocket science, but the integrity here is very important, as ultimately that feeds and links through to all the rest of the management reports. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you on the other side for part 2.